Now, the ARC Prince George's County is one of only 6 nonprofits between here and Maine that's been nominated for the prestigious Chick Fil-A True Inspiration Awards. And as such, they have the opportunity to win upwards of $50,000. We talked to the executive director to find out how they are making an impact in the community. Here's more. Welcome to Great Day, Washington. Rob, how are you?
I'm doing great, Mark. Thank you very much for having me.
Man, it's an honor to have you, and I'm looking forward to this $50,000 that we'll share coming up in this interview. Opportunity to get $50,000. But first, Rob, tell us about what the ARC does.
Oh, great. Thanks, Mark. So the ARC is we're a part of a national organization that supports people with developmental disabilities all throughout life. So if a family finds out their child has special needs or developmental disability, we partner with the school system through what's infant and toddlers. We can support those kids for the first few years to make sure they're ready for school, to enter school. And then we have programs and services that they can lean on and get support as they continue through school and out of school into adulthood. And so, again, we're part of a national group, and our particular chapter is the ARC Prince George's County.
I love it. And Rob, so your organization has an opportunity to win some money. And
That's right.
Tell us about your At 21 or Ready at 21 program. And, I keep talking about this $50,000. Fill us in on that.
Well, let me tell you, it's $50,000 or more. It could be 150. That's right. So Chick Fil-A is sponsoring the True Inspiration Awards. We are one of 6 finalists throughout their Northeast region, which really goes from Northern Virginia up through Maine, the only one in the DMV, and the only one in the country that focuses on people or young folks with developmental disabilities. So you mentioned our Ready at 21 program. That's all about helping students move successfully from the school world to adulthood. So we want to make sure they can advocate for themselves. We want to make sure they think about what sort of career or roles they want to take on as adults. We want to make sure they understand how to manage money. We want to make sure they consider post-secondary education. So in Ready at 21, we take a holistic approach to these students with special needs to make sure they're thinking about and planning through, and also working with their families also for financial planning, which is unique for families with loved ones with disabilities, to make sure they're successful throughout life.
And if your organization wins this $50,000 or more, tell us what that would mean to the program.
Well, it's a huge boost. We support 50 to 80 students a year right here in Prince George's County. We would, if we won $150,000, we're probably going to stretch it over 3 years, right, to maximize the use. But it really buffers that program, gives us the ability to add on additional components. And one unique thing, Mark, is that young folks who have special needs from the Hispanic or Latino community are so underserved. And so we are going to bring on some bilingual case managers to really do more outreach, engage with some of our other community partners for that community to make sure the Hispanic and Latino community are not missing out. Because what happens is if they miss an on-ramp to get into state disability services by age 22, they end up on a perpetual waiting list. And it means their families are going to miss out on services that really have a value of, let's just say, $5,000 per year to sometimes up to $200,000 per year, depending on the level of severity of their disability. So we don't want to let any one of our residents in the community miss out, especially not our Hispanic brothers and sisters.
We do not. And the best part about this, Rob, is we can do something about it. It's very simple. You probably have the Chick Fil-A app already. So Rob, tell us what we need to do to vote.
Great. So it's easy. If you have the Chick Fil-A app, that's great. Keep using that. If you don't have it, just go download it. It's Chick Fil-A app 1. And basically, once you go in, you click on rewards. You then click on news. You'll then see the opportunity to vote in the campaign. Select the Northeast region and then find the ARC Prince George's County, which is right up top. It's because it's in alphabetical order, and a vote. You have between now and September 25th to vote. But one thing that's really cool about Chick Fil-A, what they've done, is this year's True Inspiration Awards are targeted towards Black-led nonprofits, which is really unique. I mean, there's some foundations, the Community Foundation here in Greater Washington has started to do that as well. But I think a lot of this really stemmed from a lot of the social unrest we saw last year, the desperate impact on people of color as it relates to COVID. And then there's also a recognition that Black-led nonprofits are the most underfunded from foundations throughout the country. And so I want to do an extra shout out for Chick Fil-A and their leadership for making sure they did something extra to make sure nonprofits run by Black and African-American leaders to support mostly a Black and African-American community are elevated in this grant opportunity. So that's really wonderful.
Thanks for sharing that with us. And again, continued success.
Absolutely. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. And
remember to use your Chick Fil-A app to vote no later than September 25th. They're doing great work. Chick Fil-A is delicious and it's an amazing cause. Now,